Alex Bowman back in the Freak Nation, of course, Chicago Street Course winner here in the Freak Nation. And I don't know, between Kevin Harvick's interview, Dale Jr.'s interview, there's no more bourbon or butt naked questions to ask you. Bowman, is that a relief that you're coming in the Freak Nation and we don't have any room to talk bourbon or being naked on the floor anymore?
I mean, I feel like there's always room to talk about either of those, but yeah, I mean, I survived. So did the team. I woke up in bed, which was I won twice in one night for waking up in bed. But yeah, it was a great time to be able to celebrate that, and so happy for Hendrick Motorsports and Ally and everybody on this 48 car. It's great to be back in victory lane.
Watching your victory lane celebration, Alex, it was a sense of relief times 100 for watching your reactions and your deep breaths and you're looking around and taking it all in. I don't think we realize really that it's been 80 races and the issues that you had to go through to get this win. Were you carrying any of that, those last 5 or 6 laps of the issues that you've gone through, or were you strictly focused on that guy in front of you and beating his ass?
Yeah, I mean, certainly carry some of that, right? Like, I would say a lot of it was just like, it goes back to the last race we won in Vegas. We had won, 5 races pretty close to that. So, or four races prior to that, like, pretty consistently. And we didn't really celebrate it. And I didn't take it in very much and kind of just thought, oh, the next one will be soon. And, and then quickly found out that it wasn't going to be for about 2 years. So just trying to maybe make up for that a little bit and appreciate this win a little more than I had in the past. And also just, trying to appreciate everything that we've had to overcome, right? It hasn't been an easy 2 years. A brain injury and breaking my back. Like it was really difficult to get back to this point. So, it makes this win a lot more meaningful. And just made me appreciate it a lot.
Chicago Street Circuit winner Alex Bowman joining SpeedFreaks in the Lucas Oil Studios. And let's talk about that celebration then. Should all wins, especially with the parity up in motorsports these days, should all wins be celebrated a little bit more and more and more, especially when I think you had some crew members that this was their first ever Cup win, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I think anyone in the Cup Series should be celebrated a ton. Like, it's so hard to win Cup races. You work your entire life to get to this point. And the reality of the situation is, like, I've won 8 of them. That's more than most people, right? But for most people, like, you really got to appreciate the wins that you get. And for me, they all mean a lot. So I'm gonna celebrate the hell out of them. That's for sure. It's something I've worked my whole life to get to this point to do. So definitely going to do that.
Alex, are you aware of how interesting last weekend was when it came to winning in motorsports? Lewis Hamilton breaking his winless streak of 3 years. The same with you. Lewis Hamilton, of course, in Formula One, you in NASCAR, Pato O'Ward in IndyCar breaking his winless streak of 2 years. What was in the water, or can you really understand or grasp just how important of a weekend that was for motorsports as a whole?
Yeah, it was super cool. Obviously, Lewis is a legend. So to get to break streaks on the same day is special. And Pato too. I mean, that's super cool. So it was a fun day and a good day for race fans. I feel like definitely some excitement across the board. I watched the F1 race and, I know the Cup race was super exciting. So a lot going on for sure. And glad to be on the good part of it.
Alex Bowman, winner in Chicago, and looking over some social media, getting ready for this. There's a lot of people in social media that are trying to drum up a rivalry or confrontation between you and Darrell Wallace. Is that something that is with the keyboard warriors, or is that something you and Wallace have worked out or are trying to work out?
Yeah, that's all keyboard warriors. I I totally missed the corner trying to get my windshield wiper turned on and was fighting with stuff inside the car and missed the corner and spun him out earlier in the race. And I would have been mad too if I were him. So I totally get that. We talked on Monday and he probably owes me one, but you know, from my side, we're fine. So, you know, him and I are all good. And we've run into each other a few times, but I think we're past that. And yeah, I think keyboard warriors like to make something out of nothing, but that's
Really?
part of racing.
Alex, that doesn't happen in social media. Come on.
Yeah, no, nobody does that.
Let me ask you something else then. When I think it was Christopher Bell that was chasing you down at the end of the race, he tagged bumped into a wall. Were you looking in your rear view, or are you just trying to get to the finish? Were you worried about him closing on you?
Yeah, I think it was Reddick, and he was definitely catching us. Obviously, being on dry tires, the racetrack had dried up, and the dry tire was probably 3 seconds faster than that. So, yeah, I mean, it was going to be close, I think, if he doesn't get to the wall. So, yeah, happy that it worked out for me. Surprised that he made that mistake, but for myself, I'm definitely glad that it worked out. And yeah, it was stressful for sure.
Alex, Pocono's a great track for you. There are lots of tracks coming up in the NASCAR schedule that are good for you. I know that you want to say that every weekend is important, but with how things have played out for you guys and the 48 team over the last couple of years, do you truly want to just focus on the playoffs now that you are guaranteed? Let's just make sure that the playoffs are as kick-ass as we can make them.
I mean, I think we have to tackle each week the best we can, right? Like, just going to focus on the task at hand. And, you know, I don't think we want to get too far ahead of ourselves and just focus on the last 10. We need to focus on each and every week. So Pocono has been a good place for me in the past. I've won there before, and I'm excited to get there this weekend and try to make it happen again.
So you really mean that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I mean, my mentality would be, okay, fine, we're in. Let's go playoffs.
Freak Nation.
Yeah.
Don't drive, right?
I think it's just hard to turn it on once you get there, right? You have to be operating at that level every week. If you just try to turn it on when you get there, it can be difficult to kind of get back to that point.
Alex Bowman, Chicago Street Course winner, joining us here in the Freak Nation, buddy. As always, thank you for doing this, man. Good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
0 bourbon questions.
Ha.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
At Lucas Oil, we take pride in creating problem-solving products to make your car care easier. We protect your vehicle and make it run longer so you can focus on the things that matter most. Lucas Oil, it works.
Dragging your knee at 100 miles per hour, doing a double jump with some extreme flair. If you're into two-wheel racing, make a standing date for Tuesday night on MAV TV. Two-Wheel Tuesday will showcase the world's best motorcycle racers on the most challenging tracks. Whether it's the treacherous high-speed ballet of road racing or the handlebar-to-handlebar combat of the dirt arenas, MAV TV has your two-wheel fix every week on Two-Wheel Tuesday.
The Bommarito Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway is not just a race. It's a spectacle. Friday, August 16th and Saturday, August 17th. The race everyone talks about. The Bommarito Automotive Group 500. Only at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Go to www.traceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. Brought to you in part by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Discover Downstate Illinois.
Looking for power to spare? Count on an FVP battery. FVP. Verified, proven.